All of the best items in Diablo 4 are no longer going to drop. You're going to have to find items that then you make into the best items in the game. And I'm going to show you how to go from this sword on the left to the one that I have on the right. Believe it or not, they started as nearly identical base items, but I improved it to make it much, much better. And this is how it works. So now you're only going to have 3 affixes on your legendaries. So your first option is to enchant. You can always enchant the item at any point, so you don't have to do this first, but you can if you want to. And this is going to come up later because it's important. But since all of these stats on this item are pretty good, I'm not going to roll it just yet. If you did want to, you can see exactly what the results would be of your affix roll. What I want to talk about are the new ways to improve your item, and this is adding affixes to an item. So here you can see we put the weapon into the blacksmith tempering option, and we have the option of adding a weapon affix and an offensive affix. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to look and we're going to select the core skill augmentations for rogue. And here we go and we temper, and then we're going to add a aspect, and we got the barrage affix added. So here we've just added 1 affix already to the item, and now we're going to do another. We can't add another weapon affix. We can only re-roll our existing affix, but we got barrage, which is pretty good, so we're going to keep it. So now we roll an offensive affix, and you can see here exactly which affixes we have the chance of rolling. So now we're going to temper that. And we've gotten damage to close. Okay, so we have damage to close and barrage now already added to our item. So now we've gone from a 3 affix item to a 5 affix item. But there's more. You'll notice that some of the affixes on the item on the right are blue, and the damage and attack speed values and dexterity are much, much higher. Well, in order to do this, you go right back to the blacksmith and start masterworking. Masterworking, you'll have a % success chance, and it uses materials that you find from the pit, which is the new endgame system in Diablo 4, which is similar to Greater Rifts if you've played Diablo 3. You get this material only from the pit, and you can use it to upgrade. This has fully replaced the old upgrading system, and with 100% success rate, you are going to successfully complete all of your first masterworkings. Each one of these is going to increase all of the affixes on the item by 5%. And then when you get to the 4th masterwork, see we're at 3 out of 12. Once we get to 4, one affix on this item is going to randomly increase by 25%. And we're still at 100% success, you can see, since we're just on this first 4 ranks. So here we're going to upgrade it, and we can see a random affix has been upgraded by 25%, and we got the damage affix that was increased. Great one to have increased. So now you see we're moved on to the next tier, which is going to cost a different material. This is a rare material that you also get from the pit. And we have a success chance that has gone down. So you are not going to 100% upgrade every single time now when you masterwork. And if you fail, you lose all of the materials that you use to attempt that masterwork. But you'll see if we do fail one, the chances to succeed in our next attempt go up. So let's see if we can get a fail, right? We failed our first one. So that was a 70% chance to succeed, and we did not. So since we failed, we lose the materials, but our chance to succeed the next one is up to 80%. So basically it's a fail safe, and you don't lose a masterworking attempt. You can still masterwork this up to 12 times, but we just failed that one, so we lose the materials. So here we go again. Now we have an 80% chance, and we succeeded. So everything increases by 5%. Do it again. Okay, so then we failed again, and it went up from 60% to 70%. We can keep going, and eventually we ran out of materials. But once you get all the way up to 4 again, like I did in this item, you can see that another affix on the item will be blue, or if you hit the same one again, it will turn to yellow. and you will have increased another affix by 25%. You can do this one additional time after Masterworking 8 if you can get it all the way to Masterworking 12. You'll use the next material, which also only comes from the pit, called Netherion, and it works the same way. Another interesting aspect, and I said that enchanting would come in later, is that you can enchant an affix that has already been masterworked, and it maintains the masterworking bonus. So if we chose to re-roll this damage, we like it, but for the sake of science, we'll re-roll it. If we re-roll this damage, I don't like any of these. Okay, and we wanted to get vulnerable damage instead, you'll see that the vulnerable damage also benefits from the masterworking bonus. So it may not always be best to enchant at the beginning. You may want to save it at the end in case you want to try to get an item with all 3 of your masterworking bonuses on the same affix and then just re-roll that affix to whichever affix you desire. Or, you know, if you want to use the item in the meantime while you're masterworking, you might just want to do it at the start, but there's no set time that you have to do your enchanting. But you have to temper before you masterwork. That's the only step that you have to do before starting your masterworking. So you have to add your affixes here. I hope this was helpful, and you can kind of see the life cycle of an item and how we got from our previous dagger to now a version closer to what we're using. And it works the same for tempering. So if you hit your masterwork on a tempered affix and you reroll that tempered affix, your masterwork bonus will transfer over. So kind of a cool, neat little mechanic behind it, and pretty helpful when it comes to upgrading your items now going forward. I hope that you hit all of your masterworks and you have a good time with this new system. I'm really enjoying it. We've been testing out the PTR live on stream, and a lot of people have been asking how it works. So I just wanted to put this out there as a little helpful guide. So hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.